Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite style swords of all time. You know, the Pirate's Cutlass, or I guess Naval Cutlass, technically. Uh, Honestly, one of my personal favorites. Damn. Bugs are biting like terrible, so I'm gonna make this quick. Fall, this thing's supposed to be dying. Anyway, kind of why this one just this. It was kind of a challenging build because I made the guard a little differently than I did on my last one. 2 pieces instead of 1, but honestly, I think I did a pretty good job. So let's see how well this thing cuts. Okay, that actually cuts really well. Okay, I've got everything forged out. I did kind of get the tang shaped a little bit. Kind of got ahead of myself there. And I kind of just roughed out part of the blade shape. I don't want this to be quite as big, a little more tapered. And of course, maybe a little more rounded point. But other than that, it's pretty close. It's got to clean up a little bit here and there, and hopefully that won't take too long. Yeah, should be a nice little cutlass blade. Okay, now I got my sword blade nice and ground out. Nice fuller, not my best, but I think it looks fine with the blade. Should be a pretty good cutting edge once I'm done. Before I get too far on that though, I'm gonna make my handle, or at least get the tang drilled out. I've started doing this like just two pieces, just sandwiched together with a hole burned in the middle. Honestly, that's worked pretty well lately, so I'm gonna keep doing that and hopefully it works. So before I, again, heat treat the blade, I'm just gonna burn that hole in, get that heat treated, and get started on the guard. Okay, I got my blade, well, not quite heat treated, getting there. Gonna make the kind of guard. I'm gonna do a two-piece guard. I saw a guy on Instagram, a Pirate Forge. Seriously, look him up. He makes some really badass shit, like no joke. He made a cutlass a while back, and he kind of had like a two-layered guard, and I kind of like that, so that's what I'm doing. I have this piece of like 1/8" scrap laying around. Thickness of the tang has been drilled in. I'm just gonna cut that slot out and file it to shape. Then of course I'm gonna like, again, shape this where it's not just a block. And this is gonna be kind of my main, like, I'm gonna have this be the part that goes all the way around and probably be pretty flat. And then at least on the top part of it, for like the kind of like disc thing that protects the top of your hand, I'm gonna cut out of this, again, scrap piece of 1/8 inch steel that was taken out of the floor of my kitchen. Don't ask why it was there, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna get this cut out with my angle grinder, get it filed, and then heat it up, and then just take the tang and just beat it in till it fits perfectly. Then from there, I'm gonna round off this end here. Again, this is measured out to where it's about the back of the sword. And then again, I'm gonna narrow it out, and this is just gonna be the part that goes around, well, gonna go around my hand. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get to that. Okay, slow progress. Got the top part of the D-guard made. That took way more than I thought it was. Actually, I drilled the hole wrong too, first time. Oh well. So now for the kind of like spoon looking part. I literally have no idea how to describe it. It's got this plate of steel cut a little notch out that fits perfectly. Fortunately, since this is gonna sit under this piece, I could just drill holes and just cut it until it was open. So that took way less time. Thank God. So now I'm gonna do is kind of cut and round out the corners here and then just narrow this out. Probably keep it simple, then just put it in the forge and probably take this old trailer hitch here and form it on that. Come to think of it, I wonder if this fits in my anvil harder hole. my blade finished up. I did heat treat it off camera because I forgot to film it, and honestly, I've just been kind of in a hurry. I need to actually film with this tomorrow, and I'm not done yet. So I've also got my guard made, nicely riveted. Honestly, that turned out pretty well. Bit heavier than expected, but pretty sizable chunk of steel. This is my pommel, just literally took a round piece, hammered it down a little bit, threaded it, called it good. Now, I'm gonna take this block from earlier, just shave it down probably with an angle grinder or flap disc, stain it, and glue it in place. Should be it. Thank God. Pumpkin guts. Delicious.